Okay.
Okay.
Right.
But right now, we've learned to cook a lot, all kinds of different foods on this show, from Italian to Latin to sushi and seafood. But we've never really had real Indian food on this show. And of course, I got a head start on things. Joining me now is Chef DeeLennox with Lennox Catering. She's a good friend of Channel 6, always fattening us up around here with all kinds of food, and an expert on Indian. And as long as I've known you, I didn't know you were Indian.
Yeah, I am. I'm half Indian and Portuguese.
Oh, wow, what a combination. Your poor husband.
Well, my lucky husband.
Oh, yeah, that's right, too. Now, you just came back from India. Tell me about your trip.
I had a blast. I actually went for a couple reasons. I wanted to explore my roots, my heritage, but I also wanted to learn more about the culture and the food. And so I went for about almost a month and learned Indian cuisine from chefs. I had a blast.
Did you really?
So I came into Delhi, which was North India. Then I flew down to Mumbai, which is South India, and had an opportunity to go to a couple of weddings, which, have you heard about Indian weddings?
Yeah, Indian weddings are a blast.
2,000 to 3,000 people.
Yeah, and lots of gifts.
And lots of gifts.
Okay, so now what are you doing here?
Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm making a naan, which is a traditional flatbread that Indians eat every day.
And I'm eating
something that's made every day fresh, not like what we do, you know, it's freshly made. And it's made with 4 or 5 ingredients. Actually, the recipe I gave to you guys, so you'll have it on your website if you're interested in looking at how to make it. But it's really easy. It's water, a little bit of oil, salt, and milk.
Is that it?
That's it. That's it.
Because I travel way across town for my Indian food. I didn't know I could be making it at home.
Yeah, you can, and it's so easy. And this is a really neat
that's good.
pan right here, or a skillet. It's called a tawa, T-A-W-A. And it's what the Indians use to make this flatbread on. But if you can't find, Williams-Sonoma sells it. If you can't get it there, just find a flat griddle, because that's what you want, is a flat, you want a heavy gauge pan. See, this is a heavy pan right here. And it cooks the bread nicely. Once you get, what I did was I put a little bit of oil here on the bottom side, and then I put some oil on the top, and then I'm going to flip it over. Once it starts to bubble up a little bit,
that's beautiful.
Then it's ready to go.
Fantastic.
Now, one of the cool things about this oil is I made it an onion-infused oil. So even this can be changed. You can do all kinds of things with this bread, with the oils that you use.
Now, you just didn't do bread. What do I have with that bread?
Okay, yeah. So what I did today was I made a Punjabi curry chicken, which is really good. It's a labor of love.
Spicy?
Indian food, yeah, very spicy.
Yes.
Indian food is a labor of love. It takes hours and hours of preparation, and a lot of components that they put in that actually gives nice depth of flavor. Ginger and garlic. That takes like an hour and a half to 2 hours to cook.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is what I have
cooking.
here. Slow cooking. And constant stirring, constant love. Then I hear is this is called like Kashmiri pulao, which is like a one-pot dish we call, which is rice made with a little saffron, which you know is fabulous.
And expensive.
And I cut fresh pineapple in that, and cashews and almonds, and a little bit of ghee. It's fabulous. And then here, this is the dessert from Goa. It's in the south part of India, and it's called halwa. And it's made with halwa, H-A-L-W-A.
Okay.
So this is my experience in India, and the food was so good I licked my plate everywhere I went, Trina, honestly.
Now let me ask you this: does our Indian food here compare to the Indian food there?
You know, it comes pretty close because a lot of the nationals come over here. But I tell you, my experience in India was hands, bar none. Learning from the chefs there was phenomenal. The English was kind of rough. It's hard to understand what they're saying to me. But once I got past it, I think I learned a lot.
Now, what part of the country do you enjoy the food from the most?
Wow, that's hard because New Delhi has a lot of really great food, Punjabi spicy food, a lot of heavier sauces. In the south part of India, you see more vegetarians. And so the food is a little on the lighter fare.
Okay. So now, and this would be a perfect dinner for me. Right?
Well, yeah. You and a couple friends.
Okay, so that's really quick.
That's it.
Now, how do I make sure, you know what, so often with bread, mine ends up tough. How do you keep it so soft? That's so like soft and nice.
That's a good question. One of the things about this dough is when you make it, you put it in a pan, and Indians say let the dough relax. You know how we say let it rest or let it proof? They say let it relax.
Okay.
So what I did was I let it relax.
Okay. Let the dough
for
relax.
probably about 2 hours. And that actually softens the glutens so that when you actually roll out the dough, it's nice and tender and it's not too tough.
Do I need special flour or anything?
No. A lot of the Indians use a wheat flour. I happen to use a regular all-purpose flour from the recipe today.
You are phenomenal. Thank you. It's so good seeing you. And boy, does it smell good. You got to get her to your house for some catering. For more information about Lennox Catering and Chef D or a copy of today's recipes, just log on to our website at NBC6.net. Once you're there, click on South Florida Today and we will connect you. Well,